Hello, scholars of the 7th and 8th grade class. This is Dr. Nemo bringing you the Stream Religion class for this Thursday. And we're actually drawing the curtain to a close for the end of the school year. But I really, saw this book and I thought it was really exciting, can really provoke your thoughts. The title is What is God? And I'm going to assign this book to you on Epic Books again. Very short. You can easily blow through this book in just a sitting, of about maybe a good 10-15 minutes. You should be finished with the book. It's written by Etan Boritzer. Okay? So it's a very beautiful, simple book. It tries to, help you to learn about different religions and their holy books, as well as the misunderstandings and arguments among many people of different religions. Okay, so what we are talking about here is God. So I want to really kind of begin by telling you that God is a mystery. Okay, God is a mystery. Now, what do we mean when we speak about a mystery? A mystery is something you cannot figure out. Okay, that's a simple way of looking at mystery. You cannot use your rational mind to try to figure out. And I think this is where the title of the book, for me, is a little bit problematic. Okay, it's a bit of a problem because if you say, what is God? It's like you're beginning to look at God like an object that you can investigate through scientific methods. You understand it? So during the book, as you read the book, you realize it's speaking about, the universe, the sun, the moon, that people thought the sun was God, that moon was God, that elephants were God, and all these things and all that. So it's like looking for, God amongst these many beings. No, God is not a being amongst many beings in the universe. In fact, God is not a thing to be discovered. A Christian understanding of God is that, God is the ground or the source of all that exists. Okay? So everything that exists, there's a reason why it exists. It's contingent on itself. Okay? But God, God doesn't depend on anything to exist. God is, if you like, the ground of all that exists. So back to the question of mystery. So mystery has something to do with something you cannot figure out, but something you need to just ponder. Okay? Something you need to just live with. Okay? Live with, reflect on. Okay? So that's what mystery is. The same thing with things. So God is a mystery. Suffering is a mystery. Okay? Nobody understands why we suffer. Okay? You can find reasons and all that, but it's pointless, And then death is a mystery. Okay? Nobody knows what happens, especially after you die. Okay? So so death is a mystery. So suffering, death, life itself is a mystery. Okay? Life itself is a mystery. God is a mystery. Love is a mystery. Okay, love is a mystery. So all you need to do is to try to ponder these things, and then it will help you to do what? To become, to kind of live with the reality. Now, towards the end of the book, he speaks about, it's like God is in you, God is in me. Therefore, he tries to say it's like you are God. No. We all bear, if you like, a spark of God in us. So that's why it says we were created in the image and likeness of God. So we bear something of who God is. But to say that you are God and I am God, it's like stretching it a bit too far. Because if I'm God, it means I know everything. Because that's one quality of God. God is omniscient. Okay? But I'm not omniscient. I don't know a lot of things. I don't know what's going to happen to me in 5 minutes. So how can I be God? Okay, so we bear something of the image of God. That means we have a will. Okay, we have intelligence, which are big qualities that God has. Look at the whole of creation. Science tells us there's intelligibility in creation. It's like Everything seems to be ordered. Look at the planets, and all that, and all these systems and everything, gravity and everything. So there seems to be like this is just not created out of nothing. Okay, it's created out of something. And so you are not God, but God shares something of his nature with us. And so let's just approach this book, read a few kind of pages and see. So it begins by saying, what is God? You are asking a very, very big question. Boys and girls, grown-ups and old people, everyone wants to know what is God. In fact, I would have preferred to see who is God instead of what is God. Okay, but that's the writer. Okay, so we want to respect him. People who live in forests and mountains, people who live in deserts, in cities, on farms, everyone wants to know what is God. Maybe we can't really talk about God because maybe we can't see God, or maybe we can't hear God, or even taste or smell or touch God. Maybe we can only feel God, like we can feel love, or like we can feel happy or sad. You see, so this is where he's beginning to speak a lot about the whole thing, about the mystery of God. You can't talk so much about God because maybe because you can't see God, or maybe because you can't hear God. So this is given the challenge. So maybe God is what you feel when you stand on a very high mountain and see a big beautiful view all around you. Or maybe God is what you feel when you hear beautiful music, sometimes soft, sometimes loud. Or maybe God is what you feel when you see a million stars at night and you feel very small looking up at them. Maybe we can feel God when there is loud thunder or bright lightning outside our windows. Long ago, people thought that the sun was God, like a very strong and great light that shines through and around everything. But now we know that the sun is just one star, and really just one small star in a big universe filled with millions of stars. A universe is everything. A universe is everything you can see when you look up at the stars at night. Some people think that God is an old man with a long white beard who sits up in the clouds and looks down at us all the time. They think that this God knows everything, everything we do or say or even think. And when some people talk about this God, they look up at the clouds toward him. Sometimes this God is a nice old man, but sometimes this God is an angry old man. And some people think that if we are not good, this God will be angry with us. Next time you fly in an airplane, look out the window at the clouds, but you won't see that God there, because no one has ever seen that God. You see, so this is what the writer is trying to do. It's like sometimes people have an image of a God who is like Santa. It's like, you better watch out, you better not pout. I'm telling you what, Santa Claus is coming to town. No, God is not like that's a projection of our image of God. But the real God that the Bible reveals is a different God altogether. Okay, you can't put him at this level. So the book continues. Maybe God is an eternal mystery. Bingo! You see how he brings that word out? Eternal means forever and ever. And a mystery is like a big puzzle with lots of pieces you have to fit together. Is there anyone who can really tell us how all the many pieces of this big and forever puzzle called God fit together? Okay, so nobody can put that together, right? Some people think that there are teachers who have been able to solve the puzzle. What is God? These teachers, men, women, and even children, have come from many places in the world, and have talked in many different languages about the question, what is God? Now I want to stop here because you see, sometimes we want to put all these religions together. They say they believe in the same thing. That's God. Okay, there are differences. Okay, they believe in the same thing called God, but the differences come to certain details. So, for example, what Christians believe about God is that this God, who is a mystery, hidden, at a point in time 2,000 years ago, came and lived amongst us in the person of Jesus. And the things that Jesus spoke about himself pointed to the fact that he was claiming he was God. Okay, and that is serious, because if he claimed he was God and we killed this God and he rose again, then it has implications about who you believe in and who you give your allegiance to. So this is not to put down any religion, okay? But it's very important to know what the religions say about themselves and say about who this God is. So continue to read this book. I think it's a very interesting book. I've put out there some questions for you to reflect on and answer. It's not very complicated, okay? The writer has done very well in simple few words to challenge us to really think about what we know, what we've been taught as God, and what this means to us. So God bless you. Be safe. I will see you again next week.